Start recording. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Hope this is not too loud. Okay, let's start making the bag system. So first things first, what you need to do is go into your UI scene, open up your essential. I want you to duplicate this one. Okay, make sure when you duplicate, create a new prefab. Okay, like this. So you always have your old one to go back to, okay? So you don't screw up your, if you're gonna be trying something, always have backup, okay? Once you have done that, go into settings, UI, and drag it in here. So you have your old one always untouched, okay? Save it. And what I want you to do is open up the prefab, right? I can see only then we can move stuff around, okay? Like if you're in here, open up the prefab, okay? Now ignore this for a second. Let me see, I'm gonna disable this. And also the background. Go into the inventory, okay? And we're gonna work off this. And also what I want you to do is go to economy and change your inventory slots to 64. Later you can adjust this, okay? This is just for now. We are only focusing on this number. We just want to have like 4 bags, and each bag has like 16 slots. So 16, 32, right? 64, okay? Later you can just expand that for yourself and it's gonna be easy. I'm gonna be adding to the script here. We don't have to change it in the script. You can change it manually in the inventory panel, okay? First things first, like I said, open up your inventory. It's gonna be closed, of course. Open it up. You can immediately start working on your main bag, but you can like do that later. It's better to follow the way I'm trying to show here how to create other bags, right? For now, I'm not gonna be doing any fancy stuff. You can do that later for yourself. You know how UI works, right? If you don't know, there's a lot of tutorials on YouTube about Unity's UI. Go check it out, okay? I just duplicated these two things and made a background for the first bag. Now, let's just create another head, add it in here, and drag it onto this guy, so we do still have like the head piece. And also always like scale with this when you're making your UI. Don't scale with this, okay? It's not gonna be fancy, but this is just so we have like, we can put the title in for the bag too, okay? So panel title, you can just duplicate another one, okay? We're gonna add it also in here, move it here, move it down, and again, you don't want to scale with the other tool, scale it with this. Okay, type in bag 1 or whatever. This is just so we know what we're working on, okay? So now you can see I just duplicated some stuff from here and created another window, okay? Then you go all the way down to scroll, open it up, and you're gonna see the viewport. Ignore this, I just added this, okay? It's gonna be like this for you, okay? What I want you to do is duplicate this like this and start calling it bag 1. Just like type in bag 1. So this is basically what I did. just duplicated the viewport. It has a content in it. And what I did is just I moved the stuff, the viewport. I moved it from here, right, to the bag. But keep in mind, you have to turn on the mask or you don't see the mask. The mask is actually the content, okay? It's gonna be bigger, so like I said again, only use this tool to scale it up, okay? And in this bag, you're gonna see the content. This is not gonna be here, right? Just go into your inventory and here's your background and the item. So what do? You drag your inventory bag first, right? Background onto this, okay? You're gonna see it's gonna show up here. And then next you take the item slot and drag it onto the background. And now you get an item. And then you just select this and duplicate 4 times, right? If it's too big for you, this is where you can adjust your cells of your backgrounds, right? You can see here, I'm gonna be scaling them down. See? This is where you adjust your things, how big you want them to be, and this is not adjusting the prefab itself. You can also even adjust the prefab itself, but the best way is to adjust it here in the content, right? This is where you gonna be having content added, okay? And then the important thing is you're gonna see here, once I start to add more, it's gonna go this way. This is not what we want. We want to set it to 2 or 4. See? Whatever you like. I'm gonna set it to 4 because I'm trying to make bags that are gonna be only having like 16 slots. Later, like I said, you can expand for yourself to have more slots, okay? We are just focusing now on having a bag that has like 16 slots, okay? There we go. I should not have done that. You just need to duplicate them like this. Okay, for this one we can go 5, okay? To make it, but I'm not gonna do that because, like I said, we need to focus on the 16 slotter, okay? So what I'm gonna be doing then is actually moving. Wait, I don't think you should be moving content like that. Content needs to be moved like this, okay? Just for now, we're gonna like adjust it a little bit better. And now I can, on the content, the bag, remove the mask. And there we go, we have our first bag, okay? And these guys, you can just disable them for now because we're gonna need them, okay? So there you go, your first bag is created. Like I said, follow the steps, and I'm gonna delete this, and you're gonna be good. This is gonna be added onto here now, okay? But it has to be on top, see? Or it's gonna be hidden. Okay, something broke. I gotta see why that is. Let me see. Just a second, I need to open up UI. Okay, we're gonna press on here, create an empty game object, and that empty game object is gonna be on the bag and then on top, UI. And let me see, yeah, all these things need to be actually separate. Let me see. Background 1, background 2, gonna be on top. And then the panel is gonna be there. Head. Okay, and then just you know how UI works. Just try to drag that in here. Let me see, is this because of the mask? Yes. After that, I think you have to disable that or remove it, right? Because the mask is actually hiding all the other stuff. So don't delete the mask immediately. Just follow the steps like I said. We're gonna need the mask, right? To show us where the UI is. And only then when you have like created what I just have created, like you fixed your UI actually, okay? Because you need to see it. So what I'm saying, you need this mask. That's why I didn't add the UI yet. That's why I didn't add the background yet to here, to the first bag, okay? Because we need this to create actually where the slots are gonna be coming, okay? So for now, you can disable it. You don't have to delete it, you can just disable it. Now when you drag in your UI in here and then on top, it's gonna show. Okay? So now you have an idea how to create a bag. Wait, why is my panel not showing? Ah, there we go. The title needs to be under the background or it's not going to be visible. Anything that is on top, it's actually going to be back. Anything that is down, it's going to be in front. Okay? So this is actually back. And this is anything underneath that is front. So I hope you know how to create UI, right? Like I said, the important thing is duplicating this guy in the scroll view. And then not adding the UI yet until you fix the content and until you fixed actually the mask, okay? Now, next step is gonna be the script, I think. I can put it whatever you like. And then we're just gonna focus on one bag. I'm not gonna show you all the bags. You have to pretty much do that for yourself, okay? You just duplicate later like this, okay? And just call it bag 2. And see, once you have one set up, the other one is gonna be pretty easy to do. And you just have to go in here, in the UI, and just change the panel to bag 2. Don't press start, enter. Okay, and now you can see, okay? Now you have your bag 2. And then from bag 2 you just duplicate, you have your bag 3, and you can keep duplicating how many bags you want to have. You can have 4, 5, right? It's all up to you, as long as you add that into the code. And it's gonna be easy because I'm gonna be giving you exactly the again, well, I don't know why I do that. Anyway, I'm gonna be giving you exactly the possibility here in the inventory panel, slots like this where you can add all slots, and you can add manually how many bags you want to have and how many slots you want to have in your bags, right? You can also start with only 4 slots and then later unlock them by let me see, later unlock them by an item that is going to be called bags. And as you can see, those bags are just going to be unconsumable, okay? When you consume it, it's just going to open up inventory space. Basically what you're just doing is just like opening up the item slots, okay? And like I said, you can create as many as you like. I'm going to be adding in the script here in just a moment. We're going to go through this and you're going to see how easy it is to add all of that stuff. I'm going to start fresh here. We just need an inventory panel and inventory manager. but it's gonna be a lot of things that need to be added. And also, if you have custom stuff, you gotta watch out what you're copying and pasting in there. But I have things commented in, okay, so it's gonna be okay. We're gonna start with the inventory panel first, but you see how it works? If you have just like one bag created like this, okay, then it's gonna be easy to just duplicate the other ones, okay? Here we have the other ones duplicated. And later on you can add like a closing button also, and I'm gonna show that part also later. But I think it's gonna be part 2, right? Let me see how... it's already 15 minutes in. This is gonna be a long tutorial. So I'm gonna make it in 2 parts where you have to do this first, and then later on you can pimp up your bags where you can close them separately and not only just like close the main bag and it closes all the other bags, okay? Now, the next thing is gonna be open up the inventory panel script, okay? And find the inventory manager. If you see, when you press here, inventory panel, the script, it's immediately gonna bring you to the inventory manager also. Double click it, and now you have them both open, okay? We're starting with the inventory panel first. Okay, let me see. This is gonna be the first post. Okay. I'm gonna like slow down here. But I'm also gonna be sharing the scripts, both of them. Okay, and you can open it up in another project. And if you don't have any, I don't think you can post like copy and paste these two, because I have a lot of custom stuff in here in my original one, right? So just follow with me and slowly add this. Even though it's added here, I know for some reason it's asking here, and even though it's grayed out, for some reason it needs to be added. I don't know why. Same here, you can see it's not bright like the other ones, it's grayed out, but for some reason it's needed. I don't know why. Okay, I don't think this one is needed. This is for something else that I was doing. Okay, so but you can edit if it's needed. If it's not needed, just comment it out. If you get an error or whatever, just do this. But like I got a little bit messy and I don't know exactly if it's needed or not. It is for an interactable object, but still, just to be sure, there you go, add that. And then we're gonna get another code, and it's gonna be posted after this. So open it up like this, copy, paste, and I'm gonna select it like this, and then you can see this is really important, right? This is where we have the slots per bag, and here you can set whatever you like. You can start with 8 slots, you can start with 16 slots. This is where you define your bags, right? You can create your own bags like this. Allowed slots counts, okay? So this is really important, and you can see where I have added it after the slot parents, okay? Now I'm gonna slow down, and then you can just but like I said, I'm gonna be posting the script, and you can just follow this tutorial and copy and paste, or you can type it in right now, whatever you like. But don't replace the whole script. It's not gonna work because I have other things added that are not gonna be working for you. It's about something else. I'm also gonna be making an add-on for that, but we just have to follow the steps about the bags, and I don't wanna like get confusing with other things now, okay? After this, you can see we're gonna add a whole bunch. So in between private void enable, open up 2 spaces like this, 3 spaces, and there I'm gonna be posting this. But again, Ignore the things like this, okay? Don't worry about this. We are not gonna save the script right now. We are just like adding stuff, and that is where inventory manager comes in. When we add stuff there, this is all gonna disappear. So don't save the scripts. Not yet. We're still doing stuff, okay? This is where you add that new stuff. I'm gonna be posting script again. You can copy and paste and then add it in here so you don't have to type it out. Or you just type it out now. It's up to you. Okay? I'm gonna pause a little bit here. You can see what are we actually talking about. We're talking about the slots. This is where the bags are gonna be added. And this is where the canvas group of the bags, right here, we have the canvases, right? Like the inventory, we're gonna be adding that later. I still have not added it yet. But with this canvas, when we add it, I think it's gonna be added. Let me see. Canvas is added onto. Yeah, it's gonna be added onto the bag. You can see here on top, right? This is basically what's gonna be giving you the ability to close, just like your inventory when you press this button. I have not shown this step yet, but you get the point. If you know how the inventory button works, like the close button, you're just gonna be copying this and adding to your UI here onto your bag and just like moving it exactly where you need it, okay? So it's gonna be added onto your bag. That's that canvas. That's this. And like I said, if you want to have more, you just duplicate this, right? Copy, duplicate, and you can have more. But you also have to add it on the other side, right? And you have to do the exactly same on the bottom here. So this is if you want to have like 5 or 6 bags. Okay, so that's where you just add those things. But for now, we're just working with main bag and 3 other bags. So just 4 bags. But that's how easy it is to add. Okay, now let's move on. This is also something really important, and it's new. Added. It doesn't exist in the script. I'm gonna copy, and right above private void on enable, again, open up 2 spaces. You don't have to open up 2 spaces, you can open up 1. I'm gonna copy and paste this. Like I said, again, I'm gonna be pasting my inventory script, and you can, like, if you don't want to type all this out, you can just copy and paste it. But you're gonna see new edit, replace existing bags, okay? Wait, edit twice. This is not necessary. So replace this, right? It's basically just what I explained here. If you want to have more bags, you have to copy this. You have to copy this, and you just copy this, and just copy paste how many times you want, but you have to change everything to this is gonna be 5, right? And I think that's the only thing you have to change if you want a new bag. See, nothing else here. I think, oh, of course here, yeah, see. But like I said, once you copy and paste all this stuff, you're gonna get an idea if you want to have more bags, how to actually add them. It's just basically copying stuff. It's explanatory, you can see here, right? This is so we can hide the bags. Okay? So I'm gonna pause a little bit here if you don't want to copy and paste and you just want to type it out. But yeah, I think it's gonna be easier to copy and paste. And like I said, if you want to have a fourth, you have to change slot 4 here, bag 5 here. And you can see here it's going to be 0, 1, 2, and then the fourth one is going to be 3, right? So there is some things that you need to know about these changes. So yeah, be a little bit careful about if you want more bags, but you get the point, right? It's just like picking up a number above. If you have like 4, the fifth is going to be fifth, the 6 bag is going to be 6. That's all you have to do, like just change those numbers so they are not exactly the same. Okay, next thing. Public static inventory. Let me see. This is after. Yeah. So after this, let's just pick this up. Right? Private void on disable. Again, make a little bit space. You're gonna add. We don't have enough wake, so you're gonna add all of this in between on disable and register. You can copy and paste this. Again, I'm going to be posting the script. This is the last time I'm not going to be saying that, but right, you can just type it out if you want, but you can also copy and paste and just edit. This is a whole new function. There's no awake in this inventory panel, so yeah, this is what we need so it functions, okay? Next. This is going to be important. You can comment this one out. Sorry about that. You can comment this one out, but we need to remove this because this is actually for if you just have one inventory, okay? If you don't comment this out or remove it, it's going to interfere because now we are actually adding this, okay? Like this, init bag system. It's going to replace the system bag slot. It's not going to be inventory anymore. It's going to be, and like I said, don't save anything yet. Why we have an error is because we need to go to the other script and fill that all in. Okay. Next, player item change. So again, update slots. We're gonna comment that out because this is old inventory. Okay. And we're gonna replace it with this. Update bag slots. I think the other one is exactly the same. And this one is gonna be untouched. The inventory is gonna be, the init inventory is gonna be untouched. Reset slot is gonna be untouched. Show, this is a huge one. Okay, so if you have any custom stuff in here, be really careful. Okay, I'm gonna make a little bit space here because we are only focusing on the show now. Okay, this one. Don't do anything to this. It's gonna be a huge one. I'm gonna be copying the whole thing. And like I said, I'm gonna be posting the script and you're gonna find this in my original script. And like I said, it's not gonna be possible to replace your script with my script because there's a lot of stuff in here that I have that you don't have and it's gonna give you errors. So you have to copy and paste, just like I'm doing right now. Okay, see? A lot of code changed on show. Like I said, it must be added in between. Reset slot. My mic just wait, I hope I hope the mic is working. It's working. Okay, it's already 30 minutes, but we're almost there. We're almost there. Okay, that's that. Now we're moving on to... We are not doing anything with override, void height, clear slots, nothing. And then init bag system. There's gonna be a lot of new stuff added here after update slot. It's gonna be all new things, okay? So this, you can copy the whole thing once I give you my script, and you can just add all of this. It's a whole lot of code, and it's all new. So let me see. Just a second. Holy. So right here, you're gonna select and press twice or 3 times like this. So after the update slot, you're gonna get my script, of course. And after this, you're gonna also see on my script that I'm gonna be posting. It starts with private void init bag system. You're gonna copy the whole thing all the way down. It's gonna go all the way down to... You're gonna see some stuff being commented out on 656, and 655 is where it ends. Now you're gonna copy that, and boom, look at that. A whole lot of code is being added. Okay. Without this, your bags are not gonna function. You're gonna see here, see? In my script, original script, you're gonna see exactly this, and then new added, replacing existing init bag system. Okay? So in the original one, from update slots, you don't have any of this. But the script that I'm gonna be posting, that you're not supposed to copy and paste, replace the whole thing, you have to do these steps. Okay? So right here, you're gonna select like this in the script that I am gonna be posting, and go all the way down. Oh wait, I think I need to do it better, because if I don't do it, it's gonna be bad. Let me see. Just a second. Okay, I think I'm gonna post the whole thing. There's some stuff underneath commented out, and it can machine get a little bit messed up. Okay, so let me see. I should have done that immediately. Okay, we go all the way like this. And just copy the whole thing. And you're gonna see I commented something out here, which you should not be worrying about this, but I'm just gonna add it, so because in the original script that I'm gonna be posting, you're gonna be having this, so you don't make any mistakes. It's just gonna be easier once you have done the steps where update slots ends. There's gonna be 2 other commas here. You have to put it in between. So you're gonna copy the whole init bag system. This is all new code, okay? And you're just gonna paste it in there. And that's it for this. That's it for inventory panel. Now we're going to the inventory manager. We're gonna add a couple of things here. Okay. Let me just find it. Sell item to merchant. No, this is from the selling stuff. Where is it? on use item. Let's find on use item. Here we go. Use item. So you're gonna go scroll all the way down to this public void use item in the inventory manager, and we're gonna replace it with this. Again, I'm gonna be posting the whole script. Please don't replace the script. There's other stuff that I have added in there that's not gonna work for you. So just find this, find it in the other script, and just post it like this. This is actually where we are gonna be adjusting. Wait a second. What's happening? Oops. I do gotta select the whole thing, of course. My bad. No, you gotta go down a little bit more. You're gonna see like before the new function, right? You have to replace these things. Okay? You're gonna see exactly before equip item. Okay? And use item from bar. There in between, select all of that. Go into my script and you're gonna see there's much more. And then you're just gonna copy and paste. And now we don't have any error. Now we're good. Okay? And like I said, this is the important thing. This is where you're gonna be creating your bags. What I mean by that is, if we go in here, see bags, IDs, because I have many items. You just have to create a bag consumable, nothing else added. You can see here, just like whatever you wanna be able to sell them. You know how it works, okay? But the most important thing for the bags is this. See? The ID. This is where you're gonna be adding in the code. I have not added this, so you can add it in the editor. So just in the code, here you add your IDs from your bags. And of course you can do any number here you want. If you want to start with 8 slots, you don't want 4 slots, or you want 2 slots. It's up to you. So these are the slots, and these are your IDs from your bag, from your inventory. Oh wait, that's the wrong one. Okay, simple as that. You can make as many bags as you want. You just have to add them also in here. Okay, so the next one would be just like duplicate this. Okay, you give it a comma, so you can have more bags. You can have 64 slots, but keep in mind your next bag in your item that you have created needs to have the ID. Okay, so let's remove this. This is how many bags I want to have. Important. ID, how many slots? Okay, now if we go here, you're gonna see some of the errors, they're gone. Okay, I'm still having the bag slot count, so I gotta see why that is. I think not all of the code is added yet. Let me see. I'm on the other monitor checking what else needs to be added. It's a little bit confusing and complicated for me also, so bear with me. Yeah, we're checking. If we can remove bag. Remove item. This is something else. Refresh UI, new edit. Can get item, also something else. It's about the quest. Okay, just to see how long we are in, almost 40 minutes. Let's say I'm gonna end the first part here, and then we're gonna continue on the second one. So it's gonna be 2 videos, maybe even 3, I don't know, we're gonna see. But I'm gonna stop here, and then we're gonna be continuing in the next one, okay?